Happy Monday. I hope you had a really great weekend. I know that we're having some Zoom issues, and so I figured that the easiest thing to do would be for me to just touch base with you, and hopefully we can go ahead and continue to communicate through email today if you have any other questions. And we'll meet up on Zoom hopefully tomorrow. I'll still be available on Zoom during our scheduled classes today, but I just figured if this was easier, I just wanted to touch base with you one way or the other. So I thought I would share what our plan is for today. If you take a look at Canvas, go to our week 2 overview. Okay. And there's more to the week than just the assignments that are listed underneath that heading. So I'd actually like you to click on week 2 overview and go in there and kind of see what we're doing day by day. Today, I just want to make sure that we kind of wrap up some loose ends from last week. And also, you'll notice that our week 2 overview looks quite a bit different than last week. I tried to take care of some organization and some navigation problems that will hopefully make things a little bit more clear as we work through this together. But today, I just want to kind of set us up for the week. Right? And then this week, we're going to work on mixtures. Last week, we talked about classifying matter. And this week, we are going to talk a little bit more about using those observations that we discussed in depth last week and using those properties of different kinds of matter in order to separate them when we have a mixture. So that's our plan for this week. And so you guys were so patient with me last week as we were kind of working through things. And I know I spent a lot of time with some classes more than others. First hour, doing a lot of talking. And I just wanted to let you know that this week I'm going to do a little bit better job of sticking to a shorter time of me talking so that I can more or less be here to support what you're doing on your end. Okay. So I would ask that you complete the Google form. So you're on the week 2 overview, you're on Monday. There's a little Google form that I would like you to fill out so that I can see what thoughts and questions you have in regards to our plan from last week. So I left you with a hummus article talking a little bit about chemicals. And anytime you're doing something that is scientific, you read something that is scientific, I want you to think about, or you're presented with data, 2 things. What is it that you notice? Okay, you're making observations. And 2, what is it that you wonder? And that's your chance to ask a question. And that's what scientific thinking is all about, making observations, asking questions, and trying to make those connections between them. So as you read that article, that's what I had asked you to do. We also talked a little bit about classification of matter last week. And so I have a little practice for you built into your Google form to give me a chance or give me an idea of where we're at on that. I would like you to check the answer key for the practice worksheet that you did last week. I am not asking you to turn it in. I'm not planning to collect it. I just wanted to take a look at the answer key together. And again, please feel free to shoot me an email today. Communicate with me via email. I have no problem with that. Okay. If you're having some questions or concerns. Let's see. Then our other plan for today. I know that I wanted to take a little break and just say that I am so proud of y'all for everything that we endured last week. And we didn't really have a chance to celebrate the fact that, we accomplished a lot and we learned a lot. And so today and this week, I want to get us, rocking and rolling for the week to come, the week ahead, and rest assured that, I'm here for you and we're going to work together. We're going to learn so much together. And I feel like we're troubleshooting and problem solving all the time. So I have something for us today. Okay. And first of all, I have 2 children. I have a 6-year-old son named Brock. He just started 1st grade. remotely on the computer last week, and he had some moments last week where he was really frustrated. The computer, he's like, the computer is not doing what I want it to do. And just a lot of adjustments that had to be made. And we had to walk him through it and work him through it. But there were a couple times where he was really frustrated and close to tears. And so I hope that this week goes better for him, and I hope this week goes better for you also if you were feeling that way in any way, shape, or form. But problems are going to come up, right? Lots of issues are going to happen. And whether that is something that is, an academic problem, like I don't understand this chemistry thing, I don't understand this mixture stuff, or, classification of matter, or this technology isn't working the way I want it to. My computer isn't doing what I want it to do. So back to my children. My son, Brock, is 6, and then my daughter, Ellery, is 4. And so we're working on some preschool stuff for her at home also. And one of the things that we do every night as a family is read a book. And so this is one of our books that I read to my kiddos. And so I wanted to read it to you also. I'll do my best to show the pictures, but it's called What Do You Do with a Problem? By Kobe Yamada and illustrated by May Bessam. What do you do with a problem? I don't know how it happened, but one day I had a problem. I didn't want it. I didn't ask for it. I really didn't like having a problem, but it was there. Why is it here? What does it want? What do you do with a problem? I thought. I wanted to make it go away. I shooed it. I scowled at it. I tried ignoring it, but nothing worked. I started to worry about my problem. What if it swallows me up? What if my problem sneaks up and gets me? What if it takes away all of my things? I worried a lot. I worried about what would happen. I worried about what could happen. I worried about this and I worried about that. And the more I worried, the bigger my problem became. I wished it would just disappear. I tried everything I could to hide from it. I even found ways to disguise myself. But still, it found me. And the more I avoided my problem, the more I saw it everywhere. I thought about it all the time, and I didn't feel good at all. I couldn't take it anymore. This has to stop, I declared. Maybe I was making my problem bigger and scarier than it actually was. After all, my problem hadn't really swallowed me up or attacked me. I realized that I had to face it. So, even though I didn't want to, even though I was really afraid, I got ready and I tackled my problem. And when I got face to face with it, I discovered something. My problem wasn't what I thought it was. I discovered it had something beautiful inside. My problem held an opportunity. It was an opportunity for me to learn and to grow, to be brave and to do something. It showed me that it was important to look closely because some opportunities only come once. So now I see problems differently. I'm not afraid of them anymore because I know their secret. Every problem has an opportunity for something good. You just have to look for it. I think that has a really good message, and it's not always easy to remember that when you're in the thick of it, that problems hold opportunities. But I am a firm believer that it is true, and that we'll continue to find those opportunities together. So however you felt about last week, we're going to work together, you and I, to make this week better, no matter what. So the last thing I would ask of you for right now, for today, is to go on to the Google Slides, the student information slides that we filled out last week. What I'd like you to do is go to our class slideshow, and in the comments, okay, so you're up at the top, you're going to click on comments, and I would like you to give a kind comment to a classmate, okay, as well as a question. Okay, so think about those two things, those two points anytime we're thinking about the world scientifically. What do you notice? So find somebody's slide. What do you notice? And then also, what question do you have for them? Okay. And just to make this a little bit easier for ourselves, I would like you to comment on the slide that comes right before yours and the slide that comes right after yours. Okay. So I would like to do that so that everybody has those comments from at least 2 friends. Okay. So that's what I would like you to do. If you have any questions, please shoot me an email. And I want you to think about, after our little book today, after our story, I want you to think about what is something that has been positive about the pandemic, quarantine. What is something positive that has come out for you and maybe your family, or what is something that is positive? I'd just like you to reflect on that for a moment. Because I thought about that. That was a question that was raised to me this weekend, and I thought about it, and I have an answer. I have a couple answers, and so I would like you to think about it, and we'll talk about it the next time we meet. Okay? So have a wonderful day. I will plan on seeing you tomorrow on Tuesday. Shoot me an email so we can face these problems and solve them together. You're not alone, and work on finding some wonderful opportunities this year. All right? Talk soon.